Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and today we have our boy LR Demon King Piccolo is live here on JP Dokkan. We got our World Tournament awards and all that, and we do have our boy King Piccolo. Now, obviously it's going to take at least 3 World Tournaments at best to be able to rainbow Demon King Piccolo, right? Which is unfortunate because he is actually pretty good. I mean, he is on a lot of category teams, right? And then he gets full power once he actually gets awakened all the way to LR. Let's go ahead and start leveling him up. Let's awaken him to LR, all that. Again, we're going to, use him at 55% in the dupe system, sort of test out how good he is. He awakens with just the same old World Tournament medals that so many of these units use. A lot of these units do have easy awakening conditions if you do grind the World Tournament, but if you don't, then, there's, honestly, at this point, I would say the World Tournament medal probably awakens, like, it's probably the medal that awakens the single most units in the game, I would imagine, at this point. Let me actually just double check exactly what the number is. Here, I'll go ahead. Usually I don't level him up on screen, but let me just do this just while in the background I'm sort of double checking. Yeah, it looks like there is, wait, okay, let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Is there doubles in there? Yeah, there is. LR Tien and then LR Yamcha. So 38, I think 38 units actually awaken from these World Tournament medals. So, that's the thing. Like, if you're a new player or something like that, it definitely is going to be a pain in the ass awakening all of these units, right? That's something that definitely is going to be an issue, I think, for newer players coming in. Plus, the fact that the World Tournament is just the worst ever, right? Like, that doesn't help at all. Okay. And again, super easy then to awaken him to LR. Well, provided you grinded the World Tournaments. Just 70 of those medals, bam. As you guys can see, I'm still at over 1,000 right now. Yeah, I've grinded quite a few World Tournaments in my quest to rainbow the OG LR Piccolo, right? So, bam, there we go. LR Demon King Piccolo. Let me get him up to level 150. Let me go ahead and get him to SA 20 as well. I just want to show that he does, gain that extra category, which of course is full power. And he will be usable on that full power category too. So, again, let me level him up and we'll hop into some events here. Alright guys, so now we're on the Dragon Ball Saga, / Youth team. And we have Goten, our boy LR Demon King Piccolo, and of course we've also got LRB Pan. I might just keep, no, I do have to have Demon King Piccolo right there, huh? And I guess I'll keep B Pan around as well. So, let's see. Oh, we're going to get supered by Whis, though. Oh, I have all of these orbs, and we're about to get supered by Whis. At the very least, we can see the damage. Yeah, we really are about to get supered by Whis, huh? So, I actually have to do this. We're going to have to get rid of a lot of these orbs, because Whis is just going to seal us. So there's just no point in actually having Demon King Piccolo attacking that first slot, right? Again, Whis is pretty annoying. Okay, so we're going to have a lot less attack. What's his defense at? 55%. He's at 50k defense. I feel like that's not that bad. We are still able to get enough orbs in order to activate his damage reduction. He needs 5 orbs, and he gets 50% damage reduction, Demon King Piccolo does. In truth, he probably is better in that second slot. Because he's going to be able to raise his defense or greatly raise his defense before he's able to super. So 1.21, not the greatest, but we didn't really have units on rotation here that were really capable of drawing out his full power, right? Like, we didn't have any units that had, what Guidance of the Dragon Balls is the attack link. Incredible Adventure is the key link. We didn't have anyone with Nightmare. We did have Legendary Power there, but that's about it. I did have AJL Pan super attack the turn before as well. Okay, so I'm going to do this. We're going to go ahead and attack Whis. I do want to make sure that Pan gets a super attack off. And then I also have LR Yamcha here. I feel like I don't use LR Yamcha enough. I mean, it's just the way it works out, right? I don't end up using him too often. But LR Yamcha is actually going to be a decent unit here. He's going to link up pretty well with Demon King Piccolo, right? Because he's got Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Ball, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. So, like, they did design it in a way where it's kind of like, the Dragon Ball GT units. Like, a lot of them really work well together. Well, it's going to be the same thing with, they only have usually GT and Fierce Battle, but Dragon Ball era units, they link up really well, right? Because most of them have Guidance of the Dragon Balls and Incredible Adventure, which is really, really good. Okay, so, I'm going to, actually, we probably could go ahead and pop that B-Pan active skill right here, huh? I guess I'll wait until we get to... No, you know, I'm kind of tempted to do this right here. So let's see what old Demon King Piccolo can do with B-Pan's active skill with a lot of orbs right there. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and go for this. Okay, yep, we'll do that. Boom. And then B-Pan's active skill will go ahead and activate right here. So, you know, she should give a nice buff to Demon King Piccolo. Because he, of course, you know, is getting, what, 6,000 attack per orb? Although I guess it would be a lot better if he was getting, like, a percentage per key orb, right? Like, obviously, that's pretty much always going to be better. We're also going through this event very slow, by the way. 2.59. I mean, 55%, I feel like that's okay. But he does have pretty good defense, right? Again, after super attacking like that, he greatly raises his defense, and then he has a damage reduction from 5 key orbs. So this will do double digits right here, right? Yeah, I figured. Throughout the majority of this event, it probably will do double figures. Whis is super annoying in that first phase. Like, the fact that he seals one of your units before the turn starts, and then he could seal another one, it leads to Whis being super, super annoying, right, going through that event. Now, the other good thing, though, is because we have been going slow through this event, that means that Kid Goku is going to be getting stronger, right? That's one of the things about Kid Goku. He is one of these units that gets stronger as the fight goes on. It'll be easier for him to super attack. You know, he gets more attack and defense, yada, 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 right? It's a good thing about Kid Goku. Makes him a relatively solid option for, like, the Legendary Goku event or Infinite Dragon Ball History, but he doesn't quite have the stacking of, like, you know, Trunks and stuff like that, because I imagine Kid Goku was probably made when, you know, the concept was around of the Legendary Goku event. Does his attack still lower? No, it's not. Okay, cool. His defense is still lowered, so we don't really have to worry about that defensive number we see right there. But, you know, King Piccolo creates his own orbs. So, I mean, as you guys could see, we're not exactly struggling here to have King Piccolo get these super attacks off. Like, this is pretty easy. Also, I mean, this has got to be turn 6 right here. I've been in this fight for a long time, and Piccolo still has not transformed. It does just go to show you that you're going to have issues with that, right? Like the fact that he doesn't transform until 7 turns if there's not a Dragon Ball Saga, World Tournament, or Dragon Ball Seeker category enemy. That's not great. Yeah, that is actually, like, really annoying, right? I feel like the good news, though, is that Piccolo, he doesn't, like, triple in effectiveness after he transforms, right? The thing about him is, it's basically, he just gets a little bit stronger per orb. You know, he gets an extra 666 attack per orb. He then raises attack on his super attacks, and then his damage reduction is start of turn. You no longer need to get orbs to have it, right? So he definitely is better, but it's not one of those things where it's like, you look at the way his, you know, transformation is so restricted, and you go, oh, he's bad because of that. It's kind of like Rosé, where, yeah, it's annoying that King Piccolo, it's hard for him to transform, but it's not a killer of his unit at all. Just like it's annoying for Rosé that you'll never get his active skill, but that does not really impact that card too much. Like, LR Rosé is still phenomenal, right? That doesn't change at all because of that. So, okay, all right, let's go ahead and see what we get here. We have Pan. She was able to double super attack, by the way, which is good, so she'll give a 2-turn attack buff. This, I think, is one of my favorite transformation animations in the game. King Piccolo, you know, becoming young again. That is really awesome. The only unfortunate thing is that they did not get him killing Shenron in the animation, which would have been really cool. Okay, so let me see. I could change... Okay, I'm going to just hit this right here and change those orbs into tech right there. Bam. That'll allow me to get at least one more orb. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and do this. Let's see what we're at. 50k defense. Okay. We'll go ahead and super attack. Now, when he goes young, he gets 66% damage reduction for 5 turns, and then after that it becomes 50% damage reduction with 5 or more key spheres from the 6th turn, right? So it does sort of go back and resemble what he had before, so you do want to keep that in mind. All right, let's see what King Piccolo gets right here after he transforms, and he is up to 2.58. I mean, it's good. You know, if we were able to see Yamcha, or excuse me, Beerus super attack King Piccolo right there, we would see that it would do, like, no damage to him, right? Because, again, greatly raising defense. So his defense would have been, well, it only would have been, what, 75k? Because, you know, the greatly raised defense, that's 50%. So he would have been at 75k defense with 66% damage reduction. I mean, that is actually super good, right? Like, that's really going to be able to impact the damage that enemies are going to be able to throw your way. Okay, so that was the Dragon Ball Saga team. Let's keep going. Let's look at them on some other teams. Alright guys, now we're on the revived warrior team, and in case anyone is curious why I always run Golden Frieza as the leader for these showcases, remember Golden Frieza gives more of an attack buff than the Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta slash Majin Vegeta does. Now, because we're going up against Kid Goku, King Piccolo will transform right away on turn 1, so that is good, right? You know, it's one of those things where if you know you're going to go up against an enemy like this Kid Goku, who's in, you know, either a Dragon Ball Saga World Tournament or what is the last one? Seekers of the Dragon Ball? Yeah. Then you can go ahead and bring Demon King Piccolo. Now, remember, Seekers of the Dragon Ball does include Zamasu, who is in quite a few of the different, like, Goku Black and Zamasu events. So, you know, in most of those, King Piccolo will be able to transform easily. Don't forget that, like, Scouter Vegeta is another Seekers of the Dragon Ball character, so, like, you know, he potentially could be one. I'm looking at the Seekers of the Dragon Ball category now. I mean, Lord Slug will eventually get a Dokkan Fest. Transforming Frieza is another one. Yeah, it's just, you know, we'll see. But the 3 categories combined, it's just like, we need more Dokkan Fest for some of these, right? Okay, so what's King Piccolo's? Oh, 76k defense. He's looking real saucy next to Kid Buu right there. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. That's going to be a good amount of defense for our boy. And, of course, he's going to completely reduce damage. Oh, he's a special character in this event. Well, I guess that would make sense. So he's probably going to annihilate our boy Kid Goku here. Goodbye, Goku. Yeah. Oh, 10 million. Yeah. Pretty good. Piccolo. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, of course, man. So we have... So I brought, you know, Demon King Piccolo and then Metal Cooler. Both of them are phenomenal units to run with this LR King Piccolo. Or the second form Cell is as well. You know, I did that previously on what team was I doing that on? The Terrifying Conquerors team. Because, of course, over there you could have Transformation Boost / Terrifying Conquerors, right? So that's one way, like, them adding all these new categories into the game can actually be a little bit of a benefit. Is stuff like that, right? Like, all these dual leader skills, like, once you start mixing and matching, it does create, like, real, like, wonky teams, but also very good combos become possible as well, right? So, you know, we're going to continue to see more new leaders come out that are, you know, leaders for, like, older teams and stuff like that, which then opens up just a lot more options for a lot of units, right? Okay, 1.7 million for this King Piccolo. Not bad. I mean, I do like this guy's animation. I just think both, you know, wow, he did 8.5, huh? But Demon King Piccolo deserves so much more than just a banner TUR and then, you know, a free-to-play LR. For real, he does. Okay, this is a good turn right here. So we have Kid Buu, and then we also have Darkness. So what link does she have? Oh, that's Nightmare, huh? That she's got? That's definitely Nightmare right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just do some orb changing real quick, you know, just because this is a good rotation for King Piccolo in terms of support. But we don't have it really good in terms of, you know, orbs. So we'll just go ahead and switch that up a little bit. All right, I'm going to go ahead and have Darkness Toa go first to do that. And then that will open up a very sexy amount of orbs for our boy King Piccolo. 91k defense right here. Now, remember, he has 66% damage reduction as well. So, like, that amount of defense along with damage reduction in a majority of the events, he's going to be quite good. In particular, I feel like he's going to be a very strong Super Battle Road character, especially if you know you're going to be fighting some of those World Tournament, Dragon Ball Saga characters, stuff like that. 2.97, pretty good. And really, I think Dragon Ball Saga, World Tournament, Dragon Ball Seekers, in Super Battle Road, you do fight a lot of opponents with those categories. Like, because, you know, they've got a lot of those random, like, SRs and stuff like that. Okay, so what's going to be the next rotation? Yeah, the 2 King Piccolos next to each other. I do want to see that. So I'm going to try and not finish off Kid Goku here. So we'll miss a super attack with this Golden Frieza. Kid Goku likes the super right there. He didn't. Okay. And then he likes to stun you as a result. I was actually hoping that would happen. Because, again, I don't want to finish Kid Goku off. Yeah, now he's going to stun Cooler. Thank you so much for stunning him after he attacked. Oh, he didn't even stun. Okay. Hopefully Golden Frieza doesn't, like, double crit, double super here, because, again, I did want at least one turn of the 2 King Piccolos together. But, you know, sometimes the showcases, it gets a little bit wonky. But, like, you know, we've seen, like, even at 55%, right? Remember, King Piccolo he doesn't have a ton of, like, orbs into him or anything like that. And he's doing quite good, I would say. Like he's very strong. I am also going to do a little orb changing right here, just to, you know, artificially boost up his numbers a little bit. It's not really changing too many orbs, because I'm just going to hit the left side of it, but we'll be able to get a little bit of extra. Kid Goku could stun him, I guess, but even if, that's fine, because I would like to show, you know, Demon King Piccolo just completely neutralizing any damage that Goku would do from his super attack. So feel free to super attack Kid Goku. Kid Goku, I believe, he can super attack twice in a turn as well, so it is common from the super attack a lot. 3.21 right there. I mean, 55%. These are good numbers he's putting up, for sure. You know, considering it's just, like, what do you have to be? Like, top 100 local to get one copy, I think? Like, is that what it is? Let me double check that. We'll go ahead, we'll look at Demon King Piccolo on another team, and I want to come back. I'm pretty sure it's top 100 local. You get a copy of him. And this is one copy, right? No, I do have a dupe, but I haven't put the orbs in yet. He's pretty good. Like, this guy's very solid for a free LR that everyone can easily get. All right, guys, now we're on the full power / movie bosses team. Another one of these very good combo teams. By the way, looks like it is top 150 local to get one copy of Demon King Piccolo. Real, I feel like they should change that. That's insane. So, if you finish second local or 150th local, you get the same amount of Demon King Piccolo copies. You have to finish first to get 2. They should amend that. I think they should be, number 1 should get 3 copies. I think 2 through 10 should get 2 copies. And then 11 through 150 should get 1 copy. I think that would be a little bit better. That would be good, you know, because then 2 world tournaments and you'll be able to get him rainbowed, which would be good, you know, because obviously, I mean, y'all know how your boy, Mr. Whale, likes to do it. Listen, in order for me to use a unit, they pretty much got to be rainbowed. Like, you know, this Demon King Piccolo, you know, have fun watching him now, because after this video, he is going to get retired until I have him rainbow. Then I'll start using him again. Listen, I got to keep a persona alive here, right? You know, in these videos, we're using full rainbow teams. That's how we get down. So, you know, LR Team Bardock, right? You know, they're going to get retired until we're actually able to see them, you know, spring forth. Well, we don't even know how to get the last 3 copies of the LR Team Bardock right now. For the Tech Ginyu Force, it took a real long time for them, too. So, it might take quite a while to be able to get the LR Tech, like the LR Team Bardock card rainbowed, which, you know, is unfortunate because they're a pretty good card. I guess, although if I'm thinking about it, are they going to really be that useful in Dokkan Battlefield? I guess not, huh? I need to look more into those free-to-play Bardock members and see if any of them are going to be good for something like Dokkan Battlefield, because I think a lot of them were actually kind of interesting. Like, I feel like they're going to be very good for some free-to-play players. That's going to be very solid. All right, so I have Int Metal Cooler on rotation with Demon King Piccolo here. That is exactly what I want, you know, by design right there. They work really good. Metal Cooler is giving Demon King Piccolo... Okay, let's go ahead and break it down. So he's giving him, what, 40% defense, 3 ki, and then 30% attack. But then he's also giving him 2 ki from Shattering the Limit, and he's giving him 10% attack from Nightmare. So he's giving Demon King Piccolo the same attack buff as Turles, but he's giving 2 more ki and 40% defense. So Int Metal Cooler is a superior option for Demon King Piccolo. Right here, we are going to do a little bit of orb change, and we're going to go ahead and get some of these orbs changed. Oh, I didn't even look. There was no... Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're going to go ahead and get some of these orbs changed for our boy. Oh, this is actually going to be very, very good. We're going to have most of the field right here. So, King Piccolo should put up a pretty high number. I'll do this, and it's all but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it looks like. That's okay. But that's still a ton of orbs. So, King Piccolo should hit a pretty high attack stat right here. Again, remember, this is 55%. All he's getting from Goten, by the way, is 2 ki from Shattering the Limit. Because, you know, Goten is obviously not... he's not a character that has the Demon Link or, you know, Guidance to the Dragon Balls or anything like that. All right, what do we get from Demon King Piccolo? And we're at 2.3 million. I mean, that's nearly the whole field of orbs, and he's only at 2.3 million. That's not the greatest, right? You know, he's going to hit a lot harder, obviously, once he is... rainbowed, but it's more so the defensive ability is what I'm thinking is going to be really good with him, because, you know, with him raising his defense on super attack and then also comboing it with damage reduction and having a naturally high defensive... Oh, whoa. Okay, way higher than a naturally high defensive stat. Yeah, Demon King Piccolo has 14,500 defense, which is one of the higher defensive stats in the game that any unit would have, actually. So that's really good for our boy Demon King Piccolo. I don't think next turn is actually going to be turn 7 either. No, is it? No, it is. Yeah, next turn is actually turn 7. So we will transform into the Demon King Piccolo. We're fighting a lot of int bosses today. All right, so we get the transformation condition. Again, if you're like building like optimal teams and stuff like this, well, I mean, Demon King Piccolo wouldn't be on an optimal team. He just doesn't do that type of damage. And it's not super easy, like some units, to do that type of damage. You know, like LR Tech Broly, right? You just give him a little bit of support and let's just get out of his way. Okay, so we have Omega on the team. I'm gonna go ahead just for the final. This will be the final attack we'll get with King Piccolo right here. You know, doing a little bit of orb change and making sure that we can, you know, kind of farm a good attack stat for him. We do have Omega on rotation. He's giving King Piccolo 40% attack. You know, Omega's very good for this full power team. And we'll be able to get all except for 2 orbs. Pretty good. So what is he at defensively? 58k. It's a shame that Omega does not also give a little bit of defense, but the key in attack is enough. So what attack set are you going to get for us, my boy? He's at 4.2 mil. That's quite good. That's very solid for a 55% free-to-play LR. He has a lot of power in him, and if Goku would super attack right here, which I'd love for him to do, he's not going to, obviously, to annoy me. But yeah, if Goku had super attacked, he would have done very little damage. 40k and under is what he would have done to King Piccolo. Probably closer to double digits. So, well, wait, can this Goku have his attack lowered, though? Because remember, Omega does lower attack by, what, 40%, which is yeah, Goku can have his attack lowered. So, you know, Omega lowering it by 40% is obviously a big deal. But, okay, let's go ahead and move into the breakdown. But I'm pretty satisfied from what I've seen from Demon King Piccolo. He is definitely not bad. He is far, far from it. Alright, so this is Resurrected Overwhelming Power, Demon King Piccolo Elder. His leader skill is Terrifying Conquerors, Category Key 3, and 120% of stats. Nice to get another leader, I guess, for that team, even though we did already have another one in the, you know, Cooler's Armored Squadron. His 12-key super attack is the Moccasin, which raises defense for 1 turn. He stacks defense and does colossal damage. His 18-key, the Mako-sen, is greatly raised defense for 1 turn and then does Mega Colossal. So, you know, the fact that he raises defense on super attacks will help him out quite a bit. His passive skill, A Great Wish, gives him 6,000 attack per key sphere obtained. Then he reduces damage received by 50% when he gets 5 or more key spheres. Then he randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to tech key spheres. And then he rejuvenates with the power of the Dragon Balls when conditions are met. So, you know, his transformation condition is actually one of the worst in the game. You know, rejuvenate with the power of the Dragon Balls starting from the 7th turn. Or when there's a Dragon Ball Saga, World Tournament, or Dragon Ball Seekers category enemy. Not great, but he doesn't get that much stronger once he transforms, right? His links are Revival, Demon, Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, Nightmare, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. So he'll definitely work best with another Demon King Piccolo. So this unit will become a lot better when we get a Dokkan Fest King Piccolo, which I am almost certain will happen. You know, that's, again, I've talked about it. There's a bunch of units like that. Bojack, you know, Demon King Piccolo is one. There's another one that I just forgot. But there's a bunch of units like that where it's like, they get that great linking partner that's like an LR or a Dokkan Fest, and boom, they're off to the races, right? His 12-key multiplier is 140%, 24-key is 200%. Then our boy is on a lot of categories, and it is stupid because he should be on the new Revenge category as well, but he did not get it, unfortunately. He is on Revived Warriors right here. He'll definitely be very good on there. Revived Warriors is a strong category. It used to be one of the best for a while, but you know, it has tapered off a bit because, like, I feel like there's not a lot of new units really coming to this category too often, huh? Yeah, not really. We'll see what happens, although we are about to get Dokkan Fest Bardock is going to be on this category. Then he's also over here on the Namekian category team, where he, of course, is going to be very good. You know, that we need as much firepower as we can for the Namekian category team. So it's really, really good that we got a new an LR. I mean, this is really, there's 2 LRs, 2 Namekian LRs now. One of them you can't even use on the damn team because he shares the same name as the leader. Then he's over here on the Time Traveler team, which has gotten a lot of buffs in 2020. Or wait, no, excuse me. This is Seekers of the Dragon Ball. But still, Seekers of the Dragon Ball team is good. Hey, I'm glad that we keep getting units added to this category that are going to help strengthen it, right? Because LR, Goku, Trunks, and Pan are still really good. They still are giving us a lot of strong free-to-play options. Yeah, like, look at this. Look at the 3 free-to-play LRs. Goku and Bulma, the Zamasu Goku, and then this Demon King Piccolo unit. 3 free-to-play LRs that are very, very good within the last, 8 months or so. Then over here, this is the Time Traveler team. Then there, of course, is that second form Cell, who is going to be very, very good for this Demon King Piccolo. And then, of course, that roster. Time Travelers within the top 10 categories, for sure. There's just way too much there. Then he's also over on the Dragon Ball Saga team. Now, this is one of those teams, they really got to start doing stuff, man. Like, no more, like banner units on the World Tournament banner. No more damn SRs like Invisible Man or Ox King. Like, they need to go through, awaken all those damn SRs from that World Tournament banner. They need to start giving them proper banner units as well. This category just needs to get strengthened for sure. He's also over here on this is the Terrifying Conquerors, I believe. Which is a good category, but it'll get a lot better as we get more Dokkan Fest exclusives for some of these powerful characters in here. And then finally, he is on the Full Power category, which has a ridiculous roster, of course, of crazy LRs and stuff like that, and he's the newest LR added to it. So there is the elder version of Demon King Piccolo. Again, 7 turns, or when fighting a Dragon Ball Saga World Tournament or Dragon Ball Seekers category enemy, you will transform. His super attacks change, his passive changes, and then one of his links change once he actually transforms and becomes young again. So his 12-key super attack becomes the Explosive Moccasin, which raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does colossal damage to the enemy. His 18-key Explosive Moccasin greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn and does mega colossal damage to the enemy. So pretty good. Again, still raising defense is really strong. His passive skill, Feeling of Full Power, is 6,666 attack per key sphere obtained. Then he reduces damage received by 66% for 5 turns from the start of turn. And then he reduces damage received by 50% with 5 or more key spheres obtained starting from the 6th turn. So, I mean, judging by how difficult it is to get this guy out, it's going to be very uncommon for you to lose that, damage reduction at the start of the turn for him. So, that is something to sort of keep in mind, right? Then he also randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to tech. One of the things that really does have him good, constantly changing orbs like that. And then, what is it? Demon? The Link Demon changes to Thirst for Conquest. So then he has Revival, Thirst for Conquest, Incredible Adventure, Guidance of the Dragon Balls, Nightmare, Shattering Limit, and Legendary Power. And there is LR Demon King Piccolo. Very good. I would definitely recommend grinding the World Tournament to getting him. He is a strong, strong unit. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.